Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this video, I'll show you how to add this related posts widget to your Blogger website. Now in the previous video, we started adding this to our Blogger website, and right now this is our progress. We are displaying all the related posts over here. Now these related posts are based on the labels that we have for the current post. So these posts over here are of one of these labels. Now in this video, we're going to see how to add this design to our Blogger website. So we need to display just 2 or 3 of these related posts over here. We don't want to display all these posts over here. And we also have to filter out a unique list from these posts. So right now we can see that this post over here is displayed 2 times. That's because we have 2 labels over here for this post, and these posts also have these 2 labels. And we also have to eliminate the current post from here. So right now the current post is how to make your life easy with ChatGPT, and here also we have the title displayed. So we have to eliminate the current post from here as well. So let's do all of that in this video. Let's get started. Now the first thing we will do is I'll just delete this code from here. So this is basically the related post function which we have over here as a callback function. So in this callback function, we are getting this data. Now this data is basically a list of posts that have this label. So we are basically looping through both these labels in our post. But now let's go ahead and add all these posts inside an array. So here I'll just create a variable. I'll just call it all posts, and I'll just set it equal to an empty array. And here I'll just type all posts dot push, and we will add this data to this array. Now to get to the post, you have to go into .feed.entry. So first of all, let me just console.log it over here so that we can see the data clearly. So I'll just type console.log json.feed.entry, and here I'll just use the spread operator. So just type ... and let's type json.feed.entry. Now what this is going to do is it's going to store all this data inside this all posts array. And when we get the second list of posts for the second label, it will also store that into this all posts array. And now here I'll just create a function. I'll just call it display data. And here I'll just display all the posts. So I'll just type console.log all posts, which is this variable right here. So we can just delete this line of code. I'll just display the posts over here. But now let's call this function display data. So here after this loop, let's create a script tag. And let's close it over here. And here in the script tag, I'll just call the function. So I'll just type display data. Right now let's save this, and let's see whether the posts are displayed over here inside our post. Let's refresh the page, and let's go to the console. So I'll just right click over here and go to inspect. And let's go to the console. And here we can see we have this array, and in that we have all these posts. Right now let's go ahead and see how to generate a unique list of all these posts. So if you open any of these posts, so here the first one is how to make your life easy with ChatGPT. Let's open the second one. We have a different title. The third one, we have a different title. Let's open the fourth one. And here we have the same title of the first one, which is how to make your life easy with ChatGPT. So these 2 posts over here are the same. So we need to eliminate one of these. So let me show you how to eliminate the duplicates. So if you go over here to link, here we have this first index, and in that we have this href. So here we can see for the href, we have this ID of the post, and right now it is 9449. And if you open the second post, and if you go to the link and the first index, here we can see we have a different ID 9909. But if you go to the fourth post, and if you go to the link and open the first index, here we have the same ID of the first one 9449. So we have to go ahead and take a look at the link, and in that you have to take a look at the first index, and in that the href. So we have to see whether the href of any of the 2 posts are matching. So let's see how to do that in JavaScript. Let's go back to our code, and here let's create a constant. I'll just name it unique list, and we will use the JavaScript filter function for this. So let's type all posts, which is this array right here. So let's type all posts dot filter, and here we need to have a function. So for this function we will have three arguments. The first one is the post, and then we have index, and then we have self. So the first argument post is basically the current object that is being processed, and the second argument is the index, and the third one is the all posts array. Right now we're going to return something from this, so I'll just type equals greater than, and here we can just type the return statement. So here let's type index equals self dot find index, and here also we need to have a function, so we need to have a parameter or argument, so I'll just name it p, and here also we need to return something, so let's type equals greater than, and here let's type p dot link and the first index, and in that we have the href, and we need to see that whether it is equal to post dot link and the first index dot href. So now this will give us the unique list of the all posts array. So let's see whether we are getting the correct data. So let's type console dot log, and here let's type unique list, and let's type unique list over here. Now let's save this, and let's see whether everything is working all right. Let's go back to our post and let's refresh this page. Right now, let's right click over here and go to inspect, and let's go to the console, and here we can see we have a unique list, and in that we have just 6 items in the array. In the original array we had 8 items, so we'll just quickly open the links and let's see whether each of them are unique. So here we have 9449. Let's open the second one. Here we have a different ID, 9909. Let's open the third one, and here we have 9956. Let's open the fourth one. Here we have 4500, and let's open the fifth one. Here we have 1227, and then the last one, and here we have 0525. So every post is unique. Now let's go ahead and add an if condition over here. So what we need to do is we need to add an if condition to see whether we have less than 2 posts. So basically if we have less than 2 posts, then we don't need to display the related posts over here. If we have more than 2 posts, then we will display the related posts. So let's type if unique list dot length, and if it is less than, 2, then we'll just hide the container division, or else we will display the related posts. Now since this is XML, you have to type %LT semicolon instead of the less than symbol. Now here the next thing we need to do is we need to randomize the order of the items in the array, and we need to display at most 3 items from the array. So here we can see we have a randomized list of 3 posts over here. Now we have already written the code for this in our JavaScript. So let's go to the source code, and let's go to the JavaScript file, and here we have all the JavaScript that we wrote in the design video. So let's go ahead and copy this code from here, and let's paste it over here inside the else. Now let's go back to the source code and let's go to the index.html file, and we need to copy this HTML from here as well. We can just delete all this commented code over here. Right now let's copy this HTML from here, and let's go back and let's paste it in here instead of this HTML. Right now we also need to add the CSS, so let's copy all the CSS from here, and let's paste it over here. I'll just go to the CSS of the theme code, and here after all of this CSS I'll just create a comment. I'll just type related posts, and let's paste the CSS over here. Right now let's scroll down and let's go back to our code. So I'll just search for related posts, and if you go back to the JavaScript file, here we can see we are referencing some of these elements. So first of all we are referencing the related post division. So here we have this related post division, and we need to reference that. So here we are calling it related post container. Now if you scroll down, here we can see that we are using this variable right here. So we need to change this to related post container. So I'll just change this to related post container. And here in the if condition, we need to hide the main container division. So we have this division with the class of related post container. So let's reference that. I'll just type const related posts and I'll just call it main container equals document dot query selector related posts container. And here in the if condition, let's type related posts main container dot style dot display equals none. So this will simply hide the related posts when we don't have enough posts. Right now, let's go ahead and change this data. So right now the data is coming from this array in the JavaScript. So here we can see we have created this all post array in the previous videos, and here we have the title, link and thumbnail, and that is the data that we are getting over here. Now we need to update this data with the data from the Blogger website. So let's start doing that. Now the first thing we will do is we'll change all posts to this unique list over here, because we have created this unique list from the all posts array. So we need to change this over here. So we are creating the shuffle list from the unique list. So let's type unique list. Right now let's add the blog details. So let's go back to our Blogger website, and if you right click over here and go to inspect, and if you go to the console, here we can see we have this array, and if I open that, let's see what's the data in the array called. Now the first thing we have over here is the URL of the blog post. So we will do that later. I'll just add a hash over here. We will add this later. And then we have the thumbnail URL. So further, let's go back to our data. And here we can see we have this media $symbol thumbnail. And in that we have the URL. So this is going to be the link of the thumbnail image. So let's go back to our code. And here, instead of post thumbnail, let's change this to post, which we are getting from here. And then we need to type dot media $symbol thumbnail and dot URL. Right, the next thing we need to have is the post link. So here also I'll just type hash. We will add this later. And then we have the post title. So let's go back to our website. And here we can see for the post title, we have this title, and in that we have $symbol T. So let's get this. So here we need to type post.title.$symbol T. And I think that's it with the data. So let's go ahead and click on save. And let's go back to our post and let's refresh this page. And now let's scroll down, and here we can see we have the related post displayed over here. Let's refresh this page once again. And now we have another set of related posts. Let's open another post. So I'll just open this post right here. But now let's scroll down, and here we have these 3 related posts. Now one thing we need to do over here is to remove the current post. So right now this is the post, best image generation tools. But here, even in the related posts, we have the post displayed over here. So we need to eliminate the current post from the list. So for that, let's go back to our code. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to get the current URL. So for that, let's create a variable. So here I'll just create a variable called current URL or current post link. And we'll just set that equal to single quotes data :post.url. So this is going to give us the current post URL. I'll just console.log it over here. So I'll just type current post link. Let's go back to our website and let's see whether the current post link is being displayed. Let's refresh this page and let's go back to the console. And here we can see we have the current link displayed. Now here, if you take a look at this array, and if we open a post, here we have the link, and the last index is the link of the post. So here we can see this is the link of this post right here, how to make your life easy with ChatGPT. Now if you open another post, for example, this post right here, and if you go to link, we have the last index which has the link of the post. So what we can do is we can compare this link with the current post link, and if both of them are the same, then we'll just exclude the item from the array. Here after the unique list, I'll just create one more constant and we'll just call it filtered list, and we'll set that equal to unique list dot filter, and we'll just call it post. Let's create an arrow function and we'll just return something. So here we need to type post dot link, and in the link we had the last element. So here we can see we have the last item, and in that we have the href. So let's type link, and here we'll just type post dot link dot length, which will give us the length of the array -1. So this will select the last element of the array link, and here we need to type dot href is not equal to, and here we have created this variable for the current post link. So let's type current post link. Right now we need to change this unique list to the filtered list. So let's type filtered list, and let's also console.log the filtered list. So I'll just type console.log filtered list, and here let's type filtered list. Right now let's save this, and let's go back to our website and let's refresh this page. Right now let's go to the console, and here we can see we have this unique list, and in the unique list we have 7 items. So one of these items is the current post. So let's open these. So this is the first item. So here we can see the second element is the current post. Now if you open the filtered list, here the first post is a different one, and we have different one over here. So the current post is not displayed over here in this filtered list. So now everything is looking alright. Now let's open another post, and let's open this post right here. And for this we have these 3 posts as the related posts. Now let's go ahead and delete some of these labels, and let's see whether we have the related post displayed when we have less posts. So let's go back to our list of posts, and let's go ahead and delete one of these labels from here. So here for AI, let's go ahead and delete the tips label, and let's update this. Let's go back to the list of posts. Now let's count how many posts we have with the AI label. So we have 1 post over here, then we have 1 post, and in total we have 3 posts with the label of AI. So let's open one of these posts. I'll just open this one right here because this has only 1 label. And here we can see that we have 2 of the posts displayed over here. Now let's go back to the list of posts, and here from the first post I'll just remove AI, and let's update. Now let's go back to our post, and let's refresh this page. And now we can see we have 1 post displayed over here. So if you go back to our code, now here we can see we are adding an if condition, and we are checking whether the unique list length is less than 2. Now since we have created this array, we need to add that over here. So let's type filtered list. Right now let's save this, and let's go back to our post and let's refresh this page. And now if we scroll down, we can see that the related posts are not displayed over here. That's because we have added this if condition, and when we don't have more than 2 posts, we are just hiding the main container division, which is this division right here, related post container. And if we have 2 or more than 2 posts, then the related posts will be displayed over here. So let's go ahead and add the AI tag over here. So let's type AI, and let's update this. And now if you go back to our post, and if I refresh this page, now here we can see that the related posts are displayed over here. Now there are 2 things we need to fix. The first one is we need to add the link of the post. So right now we have just set it to hash. The next thing is that we need to change the resolution of the thumbnail. Right now it is of low quality. So let's do that. Let's go back to our code. And for the link of the post, you can just go to post.link, and you can go to the last index and go to href. So let's copy this from here, and let's paste it for the thumbnail link href. So I'll just paste it over here, and let's do the same for the title. So here we have the href for the title, so I'll just change this to the link. And now if you save this, and if you go back to the post, and if I refresh this page, and now here we can see we have the link of the post displayed. So if I click on this post, we are taken to that post over here. So the links are working all right. Now the last thing we need to do is we need to change the resolution of this image. So for that, let's open the console. Here we can see in the array we have the post, and in that we have the media thumbnail, and in that we have the URL. So if I open this value, here we can see we have this /s72 displayed over here. So right now the resolution of this image is set to 72. We need to change this to something else. So we need to replace /s72 with something else. So for that, let's go back to our code, and here for the image URL, let's type .replace, and here let's type /s72, and we need to replace it with another text. So let's type /s, and I'll just type 400. And now let's save this. And let's go back to the post and let's refresh this page. And now we can see we have the high quality thumbnail. So let's open one of these posts. And here we can see we have this high quality thumbnail for the related posts. So everything seems to be working all right. Let's go to the console, and we don't have any errors. Now we can simply stop this console log from here. So let's go back to the code, and let's delete all the console logs. So let's delete these 2 lines of code, and also this console log over here, and also the link of the current post. All right, now let's save this. And let's go back to the post, and let's refresh this page. And if you go to the console, we don't have anything displayed over here. So that's basically how you can create a custom related post widget from scratch using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for your Blogger website. And this is also completely responsive. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.